Welcome to another amazing 5-minute auto pairing. Let's have a go on the 5-minute auto pairing. Okay. Let's see what happens here. ZX CVB. Let's try it. French defense. Let's go with this burn variation, I think. A bit dynamic. Maybe Morozevich style A6 and B5. I usually play B6, but I think this could be fun. Try and clamp down on C4. And he plays C4 straight off the bat. In which case, B6 anyway, or B5? Is that crazy? Bishop B4, Knight C6. What about Knight C6 for a quick E5? I think I've seen some other GM play a quick Knight C6 for E5. If D5. Oh, I don't know. I don't know now. I want to liberate this bishop, so maybe this is another way. E5 and bishop G4. There's always bishop B4 on the cards. So E5 here. What about F5? Takes. F takes. That's a bit smashed. Bishop B4, Knight C3. Bishop F5. And if Knight G3, Bishop B4. Let's try Bishop F5 because there might be Knight B4, Knight C3. So Knight G3, Knight Bishop B4. Here Knight B4. It's possible for Knight C2. But my knight's kind of stranded potentially. That's E4 for Knight D3. Knight D4, Bishop G6. What about just pardon me, just A5. If I just play A5, giving the knight A6 to C5. And it's Knight B3 on the cards potentially. He's got a big time advantage already. He's not really going to capture, is he? That would help my F5 square campaign. There's Knight B3 on the cards. So Knight F5, Queen D7, there's Knight G7. It's a pain. What about Knight takes and Queen D7 or E4? Just Bishop F8. Knight G7, King D8. I think I'm going to do that. I think not here. Well, Queen H6, King G8 actually. So what is even the matter with this? Check. Okay. Putting this castle, queenside or Knight B3. I'll play Knight B3. Mind you, this light square bishop's going to be a bit of a menace. Dennis the Menace. Right, I'll take this. I can try and undermine this guy. Right, so I've got my rook active. Now bishop C5 later. And bishop C5, King B8, then take on F5. Got to protect the dark squares. Knight B5, B6. Right, so I'll play B6 anyway because I want bishop C5. Right, so bishop C5. I can put the bishop. We'll just take that knight. Moment, that pesky knight. Try and work on the dark squares. Or bishop H7. Maybe king sends to e4 is tempting. Okay, I'll keep the pin for a moment. Not much of a pin. I'm a minute down nearly on the clock, and he's got this huge e4 square. I think I should have sacked the pawn. I need to sack the pawn. I think I've got to have some pressure here, otherwise that's a fantastic blockade. So e4 and rook e8, try and get some counterplay. Knight e4, black queen a4. He seems fairly solid here, but he's taking time now. Maybe looking at knight e4, bishop f5, knight f6. There's e4 there. Actually, there's bishop g4 as well. There's that. Right, so okay, I'll use this a4 square. It's something I'm hitting c4. I think e4, if I really wanted to get e4 at some point to get some active rooks. Is that going to happen now? Play e4 now. b3, queen a3. Is that pawn dangerous? Right, so this guy. Rook g5. I don't know how to activate my rooks. He's got me in some sort of horrible bind. Oh, queen f6, rook g8. Oh, there's queen c2. Oh, there's rook a1 there. There's queen b4. There's queen f6, rook g8. Okay. Let's go with this.
Check.
Okay, I'll just get the king up. No, I think maybe I should take and then take on h7, try for the rook and pawn ending. Yeah,
check.
This is too dangerous. Try and get to b3 here. I'm throwing a check.
Check.
King in front of the pawn. Right, b3, try and counterbalance his queening activity. If I get my king to b4, it's okay. I think I can always sack the rook now for the two pawns. It's taken in c4. Hang on, let's just play c4. Yeah, I think that's pretty much over. Okay. Yeah, complicated game. I think so he was better here. I think I was like a5 mentioned by the engine there. Oh, knight b3 is good, yeah. In theory. h5 is okay. Yeah, I thought it wasn't as good as maybe it was. No, it's only a small advantage for black. Yeah, I thought it's a good position. Good position. It's a bit unclear.
Check.
Yeah, it's nearly balanced. Now, let's
Check.
play this. So actually he's got the advantage here technically in this.
Check.
According to the engine. No, it's about equal now. Surely this is good for me now. It's good for me. So it must have gone wrong somewhere here. King F5. Okay. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.